days. So, Brett, you want to take over?
Yeah, I mean, we were dead last week, right? Like markets were done. We're going for 80K. The top was in. It was all over. Um, when the sentiment shifts like that, that's when you know it's go mode to accumulate again. But Bitcoin is looking for all time high. I think we suspect that all time high is imminent right around this inauguration. It's back around 105,000 here at the time of writing, and just below at the moment. Bullish Trump day one crypto actions are expected. A lot of positive energy around there. This could be a rally with that expectation, or this could be a rally with that knowing. But either way, really strong momentum here, probably through the weekend into inauguration. Everything's looking good there. AI market cap is at 17.6 billion. This is right around near the all-time high. We're down 2% on the 24 hours. Mine share is at 42%. So the mine share is slowly drifting downward on here, but overall AI market cap is looking good. We're seeing the true memes being stronger here in the last 24 hours. And then abstract intros, XP rewards, abstract, Pengu, abstract chain in general. A lot of, they haven't delivered anything yet, and then so with that, you delivering is always the risk in crypto. But the sentiment and everything around abstract looks really strong, and a lot of interesting elements coming through to it. But XP rewards for abstract, you must use their wallet. So it's another wallet play in there. But that was announced. And then Cato owning the timeline. Yap this, yap that, makes me really annoyed and sickening. But at the same time, I guess it's a thing, mostly for influencers, but I guess smaller accounts could get in there as well. It'll drive up
How
a
long
lot
is
of
this
content.
supposed to last for?
I don't know, but I'm tired of seeing yaps. Yeah, to me, yap is like something. A yapper is someone that you just want to shut up, right? So like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just annoyed at the name of it, but I would imagine it's going to go on for some time. I don't know when their token launches. That's where it's going to change, and then
Okay.
their NFTs as well are performing really well, up to almost 80th. But they're in this 780s range, have been for a while. But overall, a lot of Kaido momentum on the timeline, etc.
Right on. And
NFTs.
we just so real quickly to interrupt, we do see you guys in the chat. For everybody just hopped in, what's up? We are doing a little bit of a review here, and then we will hop into memes and everything else. 174 people on. Before I let Rhodes continue, I'll say what's up to my boy Yoni as well. What's up, brother?
What's good, boys? How are we?
Good, good. And for Loco, what's up, bro? Didn't see you there.
Well, look, I think his mic is off.
Oh, okay, bet. Well, either
Yeah,
way,
is Rhodes off? I can't hear him.
he
Oh,
was
you can
talking
hear
the
me.
whole
Off
time,
to
bro.
the middle to welcome you guys.
But yeah, sorry for me rudely interrupting, Rhodes. You can go ahead and continue, brother.
Yeah, come on. We covered the headlines. Now we're into NFTs. It was an appropriate breakpoint. NFT volume still running really good, strong overall on the ETH side of things. 21 million ordinals, still ahead of Solana at 2.4 million and Solana at 2 million. But good steady volume, excellent to see. Top movers. Wealthy Hypio babies. This is a newer one that I have seen, but this is a fairly new project, but it is in the same lines of Emilio's, etc. on base. They're up 66%. Kind of interesting. They made the list just because they're on base. They're seeing good volume, but really along the same vein. I don't know if they have a base token associated or not, but they're the biggest kind of gainer volume wise and floor price wise. Then Node Monks up 7.5%, still pretty low in terms of their overall price range of where they've been in the past. I'd suspect that we see a bit of a ordinal resurgence here soon after Bitcoin rallies and reaches all-time high. So I would look for that. For the most part, Quantum Cats are the ones that are leading the way, but Puppets and Node Monks I'd be interested in those ones. With Bitcoin rallying, they typically rally along with crypto, and they've been quiet here for a little while. So interesting watch. And then Girosen, token launch expected. They're up now about 12% since we kind of first brought them up. Still kind of moving here. Once they break 1 ETH, they probably get a much easier move. Still probably some value there. Again, the token expectations don't have to be that high for these to be a value at the moment. So pretty interesting there. And of course, we like the art, which is always fun. And then on the meme coin side of things, like I said, you're seeing the prime memes leading the way here over the last 24 hours. A lot of our favorites are up there, but SPX up 43% to 1.36 billion. Big surge there. Unicorn Fart Dust up to 300 million. Single operator is the risk there, but Ron is committed, and the meme works in general, so it's pretty good. Lock in up 30% to 44 million. One of those lower market cap plays that is looking good. I mean, there is ever a time to lock in. It's right now. So makes a good sense. Fartcoin, what a strong rebound from the 700 mil range that it was at, back up to really all-time high 1.5 billion. One of my favorites, but looking strong. And FWOG, I had to bump it up one spot on the list to put it up in there, but it's up 22.5% to 238 million. Excellent to see. Again, 500 million, I think, is a really good tipping point for FWOG. That's where I want to see it. But good to see that rally rebound here. And then where it gets really interesting is the prediction markets. So I had 105K and 80K initially last week. I switched it to 110K. The 110K is up 22% from where the 105K was, and it's priced in at 63%. So the 105 got smoked already, or is at the 100% mark already. And then 80K is down from 17% probability gain where we were last week, where things were a little uncertain, to down to only 4% probability within January at the moment. So really good positive sentiment right now, and would probably expect it. I don't know. Bitcoin in these chop ranges can sometimes do opposite of expectations, but we'll be curious for the analysis from there. But that's the news and updates.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Rhodes. It's amazing. It's always a great start to the show. Before we move on to the
Wait, Rhodes, that's crazy amount of leverage if you're looking at that Bitcoin price prediction. That's like up what, like 50% on that 100K bet?
105K bet, yeah. I mean, these monthly price predictions, especially when you're in this kind of chop zone, like you're right, you can get a 100% rally, really, right? If it was up 22%, so it was sitting at 40%. Sorry, it was 50% there, right? But like the 110K is probably up closer to 100%.
Yeah.
Right. Now 110K might have felt like more of a reach, but the 105K didn't seem too wild. And to get that 50% rally, yeah, you're right. There's a bit of a leverage you can sell it beforehand, right? Like you can exit that position at any point in time and trade that position. So I really like the prediction markets for prices within a time frame, like total market cap. You can hit the chart on that and see it. I guess I can share if we're going to slide into NFTs.
Yeah, let's go ahead and transition to NFTs. I'm definitely going to maybe cover some more stuff at the end, but I do want to transition to NFTs. Usually what we do at first here is have my boy Rhodes go over some stats over the last few weeks. So go ahead and share your screen if you can, Rhodes.
Yeah, so here you have the market cap on AI. So the chat's kind of covering a bit here. Let's see.
Okay.
So yeah, Cookie.fund is a great source for it. It doesn't include necessarily everything, but it is an excellent source for seeing not only mind shares particular AIs, but also seeing the market cap. And that's what I use for my market cap data updates.
Got it. Thanks. All right, NFT.
NFTs. I did not refresh this. I'm sleeping at the gun. But I'll kick off a refresh on it. But either way, volume. Actually, it's done one recently. It does this automatically. So 7 hours ago, volume's looking good. A nice little rebound from kind of this lower trough. Again, chat likes to cover my charts, but everything is looking really good there. And then active users, unique traders is holding pretty stable as well, which I want to see. So that's really good. And then we got a retracement for the most part back to that 1.69 on the index. Kind of what I was looking for. There's some discounts in the overall across the NFT board, so not bad. Wanted to see a good amount of retracement. I think at this point, we're just looking for a catalyst, but I would look to enter positions now on NFTs. I think generally speaking, we've kind of had that little bit of a cool off period. We might get some additional. It's always the case with NFTs where you're getting this corrective channels and then your pumps, and that's kind of the price action there.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, that's what we would look for. Taking a look at Magic Eden, pretty flat, a little bit of down on the majors across the board. Pudgies are at 24. That's kind of where they have been for the last week. Azuki's, the 23rd is when the token airdrop is to occur.
Nice.
Curious to see if we have any rally coming up into that. But there will be anime token and that liquidity entering the market. So we'll wait to see there. We're still waiting through the abstract. Seems like abstract's going to kind of drag things out a bit, which is fair. So we might be looking at, end of Q1 or something like that for abstract.
Really? I thought it was supposed to jam in January, no?
In January, I don't know, because they were talking about XP points and everything else, and like the platform itself hasn't really launched. So like,
I think the L1's supposed to launch in January, I think, but then maybe you're right. Maybe the token
L1 and then there's additional from there. Okay, that makes sense. Punks are kind of going through this weird little bit because of this whole Yuga thing. And maybe that's part of the catalyst. Maybe Yuga does announce the sale. There was kind of like this element where, who was it that said that they'd pay 1 ETH for the kind of the correct answer on the status of the punks here, and then Garga answered that it's nothing's happening, and then after said he was just trolling. So nothing's happening, but maybe something's happening. So we'll see. I know Seed Phrase is very interested, very keen on owning punks or having control of punks IP.
Has he tweeted that he's like his interest or something? Why do people?
Yeah, because back on the timeline a while back, I think 23 through the bear market, he expressed interest and was looking to
you
try
think
and
the
get
price
them.
for that's probably way higher now though.
And then
has he
or less.
And he also made a little eyeball comment on the initial rumors as well.
Less, even though it's up like 3x off the bottom, the floor price.
I mean, they have as hot as when they bought it before. So I would like to point out that I'm also in the running of acquiring CryptoPunks.
You are?
Yeah.
Are you buying the punks? Okay, that's good. I like it.
I think we were saying though, Seed Phrase said that in the 23 bear market. I would think that like it's probably worth more now, but who knows? Just the fact
not a ton more. I mean, in the scheme of things, punks have been one of the more stable collections. Sure, there was depending on his exact timing, punks got down to that 50K range, but
I think the biggest part of that acquisition though is that whoever owns it owns 500 CryptoPunks, which is $52 million. More than that, I'm sorry, like $90 million, or I'm sorry, $70 million or something. 38 ETH times 500 in current ETH price, which is pumping. So I think that might be the biggest part of the deal is whoever Yuga, for example, has 500 CryptoPunks. You'd imagine a lot of those are probably rare. So that's like probably $50 to $100 million in CryptoPunks right there. That might be the biggest part of the deal.
Yeah, but you can't sell it at all. Like once you start selling it, like it's gonna you're
Not
just gonna
about that. You can borrow against it. There's a number of things you can do, especially in the future if CryptoPunks probably do become the internet, whatever the hell it comes, worth however much someday. But yeah, I just that alone, I think might be the biggest part of it right now, especially if CryptoPunks, whoever's gonna buy it, is very likely, hopefully, not gonna do much with it. But I don't know. I think that was kind of the whole part of that one dude that you were talking
That's
about,
kind of the
right?
problem with CryptoPunks, though. Like, if you buy it, you have to do something with it, and then it's kind of like the NFT collection. You can't do anything with.
I think
Like,
Yeah,
that's
no,
kind of the point.
you buy you're buying it to protect it,
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it's
just like a
just
museum. Like, you just
right?
show it for
Nothing,
show.
nothing's
it's like
gonna be done
collecting
with it.
anything, bro. Like it's collecting anything in the real life. Nothing else has utility, right? It's just like we're spoiled in the NFT world where we expect collecting something's going to have some type of utility to it. Where in everything else, you collect a fucking Michael Jordan card, you're not expecting Michael Jordan's going to send you something, right?
I think the
So
only time, the only way someone's gonna get financed to buy it is if they launch a token, and that might be bad.
I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious that CryptoPunk is, crypto continues to gain mind share. CryptoPunk's like the original kind of artifact, whatever you want to call it, digital collectible. I think it's pretty obvious that they're probably going to continue higher. With that being said, like I don't, there's probably not much. Whoever does buy it probably is not going to yield too much from the IP, like you said. So whoever buys it's probably going to do nothing with it. Um,
Yeah, but if you're spending like a million plus 5 million, like
that's the
to
whole,
buy
yeah.
something, like why buy it? Like you can spend it on something else to make money.
Because maybe you have 50 other punks that you care about the IP and you want it to stay the way it is and not have Disney or somebody fuck it up. I heard a rumor that they were going to sell CryptoPunks to like somebody else, and Yuga kind of stopped that from happening or something. But who knows? What NFTs have the most potential at the stage? We'll go over that for sure. As far as the
Right.
2021 collections, it'll be interesting to see if Azuki pumps into that. I think we're kind of waiting for a bull market for one of two things to happen. Either some big catalyst comes out, with NFTs, or like momentum spills over to where like Pudgy, Suzuki, like maybe Doodles, whatever hits all time highs. We're kind of like where we just cross the chasm where there's like no turning back. The momentum's so strong. We were talking about that last time on stream. There's a lot of potential things that could happen. But I do think what was I gonna say? I do think, yeah, we're kind of waiting for some kind of big event or something big to kind of push us over the edge. But I do think you're asking about the most potential NFTs at this stage. For me, I think what my thesis for NFTs and it's been, for months and kind of how I've been structuring my buying is I think NFTs this time around are going to be concentrated mostly in two baskets. One is the top 10 2021 collections, the Pudgies, Azukis, Bored Apes, V Friends. I know V Friends is not top 10 right now, but I'm talking about from last cycle. These collections that have good operators and still building something, I think it's going to be concentrated in those, and then a lot the rest, a very big chunk of the rest in Memecoin NFTs, which have not hit yet. I think Memecoin NFTs, the convergence of meme communities, which are the strongest part of crypto, and then NFTs, which are heating up. I think those things are going to be one of the strongest narratives in crypto this year. And for that reason, I think a lot of these collections are going to go crazy. A lot of people haven't caught on to this. So I do think, for example, if you can get a Aeon Project Aeon, which is the NFT of the SPX 6900 or a Sproto, I do think those are going to go insanely higher from here and very likely enter the top 10 to 20 in an NFT floor prices in the world, like overall. Um, Again, they're sitting at 1.5, both at 1.5 right now. A poo, kind of going down the risk curve. I think those are going to be the pudgies and apes of the meme coin NFT meta. And that's kind of already priced in a little bit. Smaller coins, Apu, which is right there at 0.11. I have like 30 or 40 of those. I think those, again, the Apu community, the coin, those have been distributed for 4 or 5, like 3 or 4 months now. I think those, very likely could go to 1 ETH plus this next time around. What I do like about these meme coin NFTs is they are a lot of them like the kind of the meta is like the 3K collection, whereas a lot of these old 2021 collections, the meta was 10 or 20K collections. I do think for that reason, it gives a lot of these meme coin NFTs a boost by having smaller collections. So to answer your question, who asked that? Benny, I think. I do think you want to look at the Apus. The zero borns right now might be the best. As Zero Bro finishes up its consolidation, we saw AI 16Z partners. If you want to go to those really quickly, I think this is the AI 16Z partners. If you could go to that, Zero Borns too, but AI 16Z partners. I do think this is like the first uh, example of this playing out. Uh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them on there. They should be. It's on Soul. I don't know if you're on Soul. No, that's it. Just
Yeah.
type in AI 16Z at the top.
Where are they? Right
They're
there.
the
There.
partners. Yeah, yeah, right there. Those ran from 2 to 10 Soul. I do know the guy Sesame who's starting this DAO, this like another coin. That's kind of where it's keeping the hype up. But either way, I think this is exactly what we're going to see here over the next few months. Is a lot of these meme coin NFTs just going crazy. People are going to want to hold a official NFT of their meme. So, yeah, I think this meta is just now heating up. If whoever asked that, AI 16Z partners are a little up. I still think they probably go to 20 plus Soul, but the Zero Borns, the Apus, what else? As far as meme coin NFTs, not a lot has come out yet. The Hedgens, that's another like underrated community. The Retardio Cousins at 10 Soul, I think those are kind of a no brainer as well. Just stuff like at Fart NFT, it's a Fart coin NFT as well at Under a Soul. I mean, come on. I know my boy Rhodes likes the art on that. Um, and then Yakub, another one. I think again we're going to start to see Luces, another one. Not too many projects out yet, but we're going to see this meta start to heat up. So I think that's your best bet. And then V Friends is my biggest series. I'm sorry, my biggest 2021 collection. For me, it's an operator bet. That's the only reason any of these coins run in AI, as well, is that the operator's ability to create partnerships and ultimately make the IP matter. And I think Gary Vaynerchuk is just miles and years ahead of any of these operators. And of course, that hasn't played out in the NFT world yet. I mean, last cycle he was just on top, but it's like as far as mind share. But I do think this cycle around, he has big plans, and I think in the next couple of weeks we're going to start to see him not only talk about V Friends a lot, but just the crypto or NFTs in general, and probably start to sweep a lot of projects and stuff. So I think it'll be positive for NFTs in general. So if you're looking for like a really undervalued 2021 collection, I would look at V Friends Series 2, and same with Aeons and Sprotos. If you can get a Series 1 V Friend, I think those are very undervalued against other 2021 projects right now. So um, Meme Dex, what do you think about? I think Meme Dex is going to continue up, but
I'd like to add that I think ordinals, node monks, Bitcoin puppets.
mhm.
You know, if you're really reaching for a bit of a longer shot at upside, both those to me seem like a really interesting move. So like if you consider where they were for all time highs around the half Bitcoin range, and the fact that Bitcoin itself is also looking to rally, I think if you're willing to place a bet, that's one that I think has a good portion of upside. But I really like the meme NFTs. I think it's a good way to place several bets on a few different communities. I think that also works well.
Hell yeah, good point.
And then if you look at something like apes, and if the apes were returning to their glory, you're looking at that, maybe a 3x from where they're currently at. I think still 40 ETH is kind of the target range for them, at least in the kind of midterm range. So they've been quiet, looking for like apes down at 16 in terms of total volume is pretty crazy. They're super quiet.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I was
We
just
talk
looking.
about Azuki not moving. What's going on with Azuki?
Right. I think it's a general bit of confusion around the your collector score
Yeah,
and
dude, the
how that
collector sport.
plays
Like,
in.
why would I buy it if I don't
Right.
own it
That's
already?
exactly it. I think that's what's kind of hedged, or like, taken back some of that. I think people are you know under or like overreacting to that. I think if you're buying Azuki prior to claim, you're probably good. right? But the collector score will add on top of what you've done, and I think it's a good way to reward holders that have been there and have been collecting. So for the most part, it's probably not bad. It's not great for bags and appreciation, right? And speculative moves, but I think it's good for the current community, and I also believe that people are probably underplaying the impact of collector score versus just buying one now and
You mean they're
holding it through.
overplaying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like it's so right. The risk reward for buying it is like not. It's not there, right? Not the same for Pudgies where
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just all hinges on. Sorry to interrupt. I think it just all hinges on like if we just get a full on bull market or not. I do agree with you guys. I think a lot of what we're seeing in these projects is like old whales start to like accumulate. Like, I don't know if you've seen these Azuki guys like dropping 100, 200K on these like really rare Azukis right now, and trying to get these badges on the collectible thing, which I think is sick. But I do think right now what we're seeing across V Friends, which I'm seeing right now, I'm seeing in Azuki, Apes, a lot of these older people, older like OGs starting to buy again, which is usually the sign before a bull market is you see like whales start to buy. Kind of
right,
seeing
but
the
the price isn't moving.
seeing yeah, like the whales start to buy, kind of seeing reading between the lines and seeing what coming, and then there's some kind of catalyst or some kind of event or momentum just spills over, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh shit, like NFTs are it again. I need to start being really risky. It's crazy that happened. That's how markets work, where people are more risky as everything's fucking up 5 or 6x. They're more willing to drop
Right.
100K
Yeah.
on something. Whereas right now, where it's like, okay, it's pretty obvious we're probably going to get some kind of NFT thing, but everybody's just fucking terrified. So anyway, I do think for me, I think we're going to get a digital asset super cycle where, maybe takes a little bit for NFTs. Maybe NFTs don't take off till March or April, but I think we're going to get so much positive signaling from Trump and the new administration and stuff on tokenization and all these things to where I think all digital assets are going to have kind of a really strong year this year. And I think Wale or whatever was bringing up that he thinks there's going to be some big new mints that kind of go crazy. I think that's also crucial. We need to start to see new mints start to pop. That's the equivalent of like the low caps, right, in crypto. Because I don't think there's been really any too hype new mints, right, outside of few on abstract, right?
Yeah, there's the few other coming on abstract that stand out. There was one recently that was all right, performed all right. But yeah, the hype mints, other than a couple on abstract that look promising. The whole abstract chain and meta for NFTs, that'll be interesting. I mean, given that it's kind of Pudgy's led, it has a potential of doing something, but these alternate chains never really seem to take off the way we want them to.
I mean, the other one was Ape Chain, but Ape Chain did it like 4 years too late.
Yeah.
Giresun's up. We called it.
Yeah, it's up about 12%. Like I said, I want breaking 1 ETH now is kind of the next point here. Again, I think this one risk reward for a airdrop. This one's still probably pretty good value for the NFT and the airdrop with it. So redacted airdrop incoming. This is they own BullX and are created BullX, so there's some value there. Plus these are sick. So I like Jirsan. None of us have picked it up. Not all of us talked about it, but they're all right.
Right on.
Looks like Bitcoin's ripping right now.
Yes, sir.
Run it, Bitcoin.
Yeah, pull up big. Oh, you are looking at it. Fuck yeah, all time high.
I don't know what to do about these Bitcoin options. I'm thinking about repositioning.
Like in another time thing.
Yeah, I think I bought it. I bought it too conservative, but we'll see. We'll see when it's red days how I feel.
Trust. You might have talked about this already. Yeah, Trust. It's tough. It's down 90%. It's not for sure that it's going to come back. But what you'd like to see is like a week or two of consolidation and then a shift to the upside. I haven't really been paying attention too much to trust.
Oh,
It
you
just,
know what? Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. What's up?
You know what meme coin we didn't look at? Virtuals.
Yeah, definitely pull that up. I think virtuals are very likely deep correction, but that's kind of one of the goat in virtuals. I think have a narrative that's kind of really concrete with virtuals being like a real infrastructure.
There was a bad tech demo recently. Was that on Virtuals or was that on another platform?
I don't know. Is that
Oh no,
like
Virtuals had they had an issue with their contract.
What?
Uh,
Really? That's not good.
yeah. So there was an announcement around that, and then so that's what this recent retracement is, because like right now, Virtuals is doing the opposite of what the majority of the AI sector is. So something like they could be bought more in between bonding or something like that. Not super sure, but either way, they're working on something there. I think they've stopped bonding new AI agents, etc. So a bit of uncertainty, a little bit of FUD. If it happened to something like Pumped Up Fund, it would have wrecked the overall market, right? So yeah, virtuals, and then there was another AI protocol that had a tech demo that didn't go well and underperformed. So the AI agents themselves, the memes themselves, are kind of still the interesting one. These platforms have had their struggles.
yeah, yeah. I expect virtuals might make another low here after kind of rejecting that high. I think it's kind of turning into a little bit of a corrective channel, and probably makes another low, or at least retest that low at a, I don't know, I can't see the number. We should probably look into having the comments be like translucent, kind of like how they are on a lot of Twitch streams. But we could talk about that.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be cool. But yeah, what market cap is it at right now? I can't really see.
It's at 3.34
Bet.
B.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes under like low twos again and then goes higher. But yeah, damn. Go to SPX right now, see if it's ripping. Here, I can look at it too.
Everything's ripping right now.
SPX is ripping.
Let's go. Yeah, so I mean, guys, I think the cult meme coins again that have those supply like dynamics that XRP and all these other coins do continue to outperform. With that being said, if you feel like AI is your interest, you have a lot of these coins that you really like, I would implore you to focus. Don't take your eyes completely off that, because there is going to be some really good opportunities that present themselves right now. We're already seeing AI 16Z down 50%, zero bro, all that. A lot of people are going to shift their attention to what's pumping, which is going to be FWOG and all the cult memes that are coming up. But if you like the AI stuff, definitely don't, definitely look for good opportunities here. Don't take your eye completely off the ball. I'll definitely be looking, for some good entries on a lot of these coins when attention does shift a little bit to these other memes. But yeah, for the most part, I do think our core memes that we've been talking about on these streams and everywhere else for months, the SPX, the Gigas, the Mogs, all that are going to continue to outperform everything else in the next few months. So definitely we continue to hold those, and yeah, definitely look for some stuff in the AI. And I'm sure there'll be other narratives that pop up too. There always is. D size, another one people have been kind of hyping up. I don't really know anything about too much about that at all, but yet. But yeah, NFTs, I think are gonna, over the next few months have their time. So look at the few of the ones that we, talked about on this stream today. And I think we're coming up on, we'll get off here in a couple minutes. I want to look at the chat a little bit longer. Let's see.
Someone just put another Azuki on the floor. It's 12.33 now
Damn.
on Blur.
That's fine. I should see it here.
Roja says, Yoni, thanks for answering my questions from earlier this week.
Drip.
Sir.
Yoni, what are you looking at for memes? What do you got in the trenches?
Okay, so I mean, I'll admit I've been a little bit maybe too jazzed up in the AI bubble, but even in the AI bubble, I've been looking at Mements for a super low market cap. It was one of the few that actually had like a little mini pump today, but it's still relatively low at like 6.5 million market cap right now. That's what I've been looking at. And Moss still like at 14 and a half. I've been DCAing in since like 18. For some reason, I've just been kind of like building my conviction as far as like low cap AI coins and Schizo. I started DCAing in at like 39. I'm going to see how it responds over the next day or two, but I might continue to DCA into Schizo. A lot of the boys are in it, and it's kind of like a multi-play. Product's not out yet. I think it should be out in the next like week and a half or so. But it's like an infrastructure play, an AI agent, and I guess like swarms or something. I just saw kind of like a little bit of the chat on it, and I saw that it was like a multi-play. And then outside, I'm still heavy on AIXBT too. But outside of AI, I'm really just kind of following Bren with the best setups on cult memes. Like I don't have a ticker Bitcoin position, but I want to. Right now, I'm just riding SPX, Giga. I want to keep sizing into lock-in, and that's pretty much like what I'm looking at as far as colds. I have a lot more. A lot more of my port is designated to AI. Like I still got a lot of LMT that had a pump and then pull back. Still have a good amount of zero bro. Still have a good amount of ALK. So these were all kind of positions that I was riding. A bit of MLG and Buzz. Buzz is the last position I'll talk about. It had a decent pullback, but I mentioned it on the last stream. I'm not sure where it was at. Maybe around like 30 or 40 million, something like that. Before pulling back, it hit like 110 or 115 million. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So those are kind of all the things that I've been looking at, watching, DCing in or out of.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and definitely we'll earlier on in the show next time we should have we'll do this little segment with Yoni's picks. I know AI, which what we usually do, that's mostly just corrections. So
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Ryan, take a look at the photo I sent you on Telegram. Also,
Okay.
1.7 thousand people
Let's go.
on Twitter. I got 350 on TikTok, so 2K.
Jeez. Good thing we're crushing TikTok before it goes down.
I know we just get in the last bit.
Also,
TikTok.
low key,
We'll
I know it's another AI play, but UBC for some reason, I mean, it's still relatively low. It's been showing some pretty decent strength, I think. I've been watching it over the last like couple weeks. You could pull it up, UBC. It's kind of flying under the radar. Didn't do any crazy kind of pumps except for that like first initial, I think like day or two. After that, it's been kind of flying under the radar, but it's just been showing strength where I've seen a lot of other things dump. It'll maybe just move down like 10 or 15%. When things bounce, it'll bounce and hold. So I've been a little bit surprised by this, even though there's not as much like action or hype around it. So I'm going to continue watching this one too.
For sure. Perfect. Yeah, no, sorry, I was just looking at a text.
Also, what are the chances Elon Musk buys TikTok? 0 or
0?
Why do you say 0?
Dude, TikTok's not even. They're shutting down just to like spite us. Like they don't have to shut down. They're just doing it to spite us.
Yeah.
Like they do not. Like it's not government. Like the government only didn't let them. The government only stopped them from updating the app, and then also from posting on App Store and the Android Store. And they're just like, nah, we're just gonna shut it down for everyone.
Why can't Elon spin up a quick TikTok? You know,
Because he's a shit programmer, bro. Look at fucking X.
X is fine, isn't it?
I don't know. You remember when like everyone would get rugged on Spaces?
Couldn't old Zuck spin one up quick? One of these. Don't we have some good devs?
I don't
Do
know,
something?
dude. The TikTok algo is like perfect. It's like actually like the best thing in like 10 years.
It is unreal. Unreal.
That's just like
it knows us all
in your veins.
Yeah.
Damn, 1.7K views. I love that. It's amazing. 2K soon. Pirate of the Star says ski. Is that a coin? Or are you?
Yeah, it's Ski Mask on base. It was a runner. Actually
It
did
was
really well. We like had a partnership with
big
them
back
back
in
then.
the dog with hat days.
I know.
I want everybody on this stream right now to go click on my fucking boy Yoni's here link and follow this guy. This guy has I'm not gonna say too much, but like he has a lot of crazy stuff coming content wise, that you're definitely want to watch out for. So super stoked on that. Go and follow everybody on this stream, even my boy Ford Loco who dipped here a little bit earlier. Again, these streams are going to be coming more entertainment value. We're going to have our faces, all this stuff. Ultimately, these streams are, for you guys that if you have any suggestions to make these streams better, how we can help you out, or show more plays or whatever that you think could improve the show. We're definitely open to suggestions. So you can always shoot myself a DM on Telegram. I'm back on Twitter now. B3L guys as well. But yeah, definitely give a follow to everybody on the stream, the B3L as well. Go ahead and check them out on Discord, Telegram. Check out the Boss Man Calls Telegram. And yeah, turn on post notifications because again, we're going to do these streams at least twice a week. What Fur Loco and I were talking about and everybody earlier is right now we're doing 2 shows where it's kind of just our analysis. Pretty soon we're going to start to have hopefully some guests on, and if it's a trader, maybe they're still giving their takes on the market and everything like we're doing. But if it's more of a builder or somebody else, maybe just go into their story and make it more of an interview. But if you have any suggestions or anybody who you'd like to see us have on, or if you're somebody who's a builder or a trader or somebody who's watching this stream right now, reach out. We'd love to have you on. Definitely want to have different perspectives and hear people's stories because there's a lot of really cool people in crypto who are under don't have the spotlight on them. I think streaming and all that's is a good tool for that. So any other thoughts before we end it? We went 2 hours 5 minutes today.
No. I mean, look at this chart, Brent. You'd love this
Oh
chart.
yeah. Ski.
You'd
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
this is your chart right here.
Exactly. Nice corrective
nice.
channel. You already know.
Another up, another down.
Just a tip for you guys too. If you guys are trying to look at these like the way I'm looking at with these corrective channels, just